Okay guys, welcome back to another episode. Today I'm reviewing the Meistersinger Perigraph. But before I do that, I wanted to show you guys something. I recently bought here locally a very nice watch, which I'm not planning to wear. It's only it's a kind of investment. So I will be selling this back in, I don't know, a couple of weeks or a couple of months or maybe a couple of years. And as you can see from the box, probably guessed, it's a Swatch. And which one is it? Ta-da! So it's a Keith Haring. It's a limited edition. They had this and three other models, I think somewhere in the beginning of the 90s. Swatch produced this watch. Every model is limited to 9,999 pieces, which is actually a lot, but still they are very rare right now, and many collectors like them. And this one, as you can see, it seemed to be in a pretty good condition. Even if it's not brand new, it's in a very good condition. You can see it's very nice. Keith Haring, it's still working, so it's in a very good condition. Probably won't be able to see it, but it's numbered here. It comes in the box with the paperwork. So I'm very happy, and I just happened to run into this watch by really by coincidence. I wasn't planning, I wasn't looking for one. Couple of weeks ago I only heard this watch, and the three others are collectible, and they can sell for quite a lot of money. I heard that a couple of weeks ago, and then last week, by all the odds in the world, I ran into this watch and I said, okay, I must have it, and so I bought it. So pretty cool. So that's my investment. So I will do the review of the Meistersinger now, and normally I have a new lens, so if I do this, okay, so this is the box where the watch comes in. It's a cardboard cover with the slogan of Meistersinger, Rituals of Time, like just a normal box. And then you have the main box, which looks like a book. See, well, seems well done. You have the Meistersinger brand, their logo, and then you open it like a book, and you have this. You see, you have this slot, and on top it's like a kind of you can't see it, but it feels a little bit like velour or something. It's okay. You have the warranty booklet. So I bought it in August 2015. So it's about 1.5 years old. Well done. And then you have here the place for the watch, and this is very nicely done. See, you have this cloth to protect it, and then they made this kind of a special frame. It looks a little bit like a photo frame holder, but you can see there is some plastic film, you know, like this. It looks a little bit like these fresh hold films you use to cover leftovers from food, but it's way thicker, and you can squeeze the watch in it. So it's very nice done. If you put it like this on a shelf or something, you can display the watch without the watch getting dirty. And so it opens like this. See? And so you have those two plastic foils, and then you can put the watch inside like you want. If I want to put it like this, for example, just close the thing up and the watch is trapped. So that's a nice detail. It's the first time I see this. It's well done. So but of course I don't keep my watch in here, I keep it in my watch box. So for those of you who don't know Meistersinger, it's I suppose a German brand because of the name, or maybe from Austria. I think it's German, and it's a brand who are famous for making single-hand watches. As you can see, there is only one hand on the watch, which is the hour hand. And the idea of Meistersinger is that if you look at the time, you don't need to know exactly what time it is. If you know more or less what time it is, it's fine. So the general message is take your time, don't be in a rush. And yeah, they promote this type of watches more if you're on holiday or in the weekend, where you don't need to know exactly what time it is. But like this, yeah, now it's easy because it's right at 12, so you can say it's 12 o'clock. And the other ideas, it's a look back to the time where they used to have solar watches, you know, with the kind of needle, and then the sun shines on it. So for the movement, Meistersinger relies on although for this watch, on an ETA 2824-2 movement, or when they can't have them anymore, they have Sellita SW201. And why is that? Because apparently both movements are identical, and it's true. If you look at the both movements, you cannot distinguish them from each other. Because apparently the ETA 2824 is a very old type of movement, and all the patents are not valid anymore. So basically everybody is allowed to copy them right now, and the Sellita would be like the generic version of the ETA movement, and it's really 100% copy, because you can apparently even switch parts from one to another. Now on this watch you can see the movement here. So actually I have no idea which is the movement in my watch. So I did send, about a year ago, I did send an email to Meistersinger asking them about my movement, and they never replied to me. So thanks for nothing, Meistersinger. But okay, yeah. So the movement beats at 28,800 beats per hour. It's 38 hours power reserve, 25 joules. So there is some decoration, but very subtle, on the movement. I hope you can see it. They have applied some stripes on the rotor, and then there is the Meistersinger brand with their logo. So it's not highly decorated, but yeah, there is some branding on the rotor, which gives it a nice touch. The case of the watch, it's a rather thin case, like 11.5 millimeters thick. So because I don't have a dress watch, I sometimes use this one as a dress watch because it's not too thick. The case, it's a combination of both brushed and polished sides. So you can see here it's brushed, so well done, it looks good. and then you have some parts of the case that are polished. It gives a nice combination of the watch. It's kind of a classy look to the watch, which I like. For the sizes of the watch, so it's 43 millimeters wide, and from lug to lug we have 51.4 millimeters. So yeah, it's a good size of a watch. And in between the lugs, the width is 20 millimeters, which is good because I have some lots of straps, so I can easily replace it. It's easy. The best part now of the watch, in my opinion, is the dial. You can see it's a very nice sunburst blue dial. It looks really good, and yeah, here it's fine, but it's even better if you're outside with the sun hitting the dial. It's a very nice blue. There you can see it. So it's very well done. So the dial is rather big. It's the first impression might give that it's not so clean. It's kind of busy, but actually it's fine, because what do you have on the dial? Of course you have the hours that are applied, and then in between the hours you have all those tiny lines, and they applied it per 5 minutes. And because of the only hand they have on the watch is very long, you can see it reaches until the, let me see, like this. I can zoom a little bit, and that's the maximum I can do. You see the hours reaches until the edge of the case, so actually it's pretty accurate as far as a single hand watch can be accurate, but you can easily see where on which line the hand is. There is no loom on the watch. Then you can see there is also a second an inner disc with the date, which is nice. And on the rest of the dial they have the Meistersinger brand. They have, let me move the hand. You can see there is the name. There is the small logo of the brand, and there is this red tiny triangle which indicates where you have to look for the date. Then there is the perigraph indication, that's the model of the watch. So you can see, and for example, if I move, I can move. See the date. It's really nice. It's also hand windable. You can wind it, which can be useful. Actually, I never do that with any of my watches, but if somebody wants to do it, they can. So that's the dial. Now the crystal is a sapphire crystal. It's slightly domed. I don't know if you can see that. Slightly domed, and it's a crystal, a sapphire crystal exhibition case back as well. So that's nice. It's always nice to have sapphire crystal. I try not to buy watches anymore without sapphire crystal because they get scratched up no matter what it is. If it's not sapphire crystal, you will have scratches, and usually when you buy a watch it's because you like it. So that's the last thing you want, is having scratches on the dial. but okay, sometimes there is no other option. The strap, it's a strap from Meistersinger itself. You can see it here, it's written on the strap. It's a leather strap. It's not bad. It's not very good as neither. I bought it in this cognac colored version. It's a leather strap. It's crocodile print. It's not real crocodile, but it looks very good on the watch. Suits the watch very well. They have a lot of straps you can choose from at Meistersinger, but again, it's not the best quality there is. They have also some decoration on the clasp. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see it. You see there is this logo of Meistersinger on the clasp, so that's nice. And you also have this same logo on the crown. It's probably difficult to see. So the watch is also waterproof, 5 bar. It's written here. It's a screwed case back, 5 bar, which means about 50 meter. I use this, so when I wear it, I use it for swimming. I use it, usually I take off my watch when showering, so I do that for this one as well. But I used it in the swimming pool, I swim with it in the sea, no problems at all. The only thing I try to avoid is when I swim with any watch, is I try to avoid getting into the water with the watch when there is a leather strap. But yeah, I did it anyway. Yes. I also like to change the straps on this watch. Usually I take it on a NATO strap, because when I go on a holiday there is usually a pool or a beach, and when I go swimming I rather have it on a NATO. So let me show you what it can give. Just one second. Like this. See, on a black nylon NATO, looks nice. Try another color. See, this on this kind of beige color. It's kind of yeah, it's some cheap leather, bought it in China. Looks nice. Okay, one more. This one looks nice as well, but you see, but they messed up the color of the hardware, so it's like this pinkish, rose goldish kind of color. But the strap looks nice. So you can see, you can change it, play with some straps, gives you a totally different look of the watch. So my conclusion for this watch is, if you want a real nice watch which isn't as common as famous brands, it's a real nice watch to have. They have lots of designs. They have watches with only the hour indication without a date, but they have some other models which have subdials, which are a little bit more complicated. So you have a lot of choice at Meistersinger, and it's a real nice watch. Also in the weekend, or if you wear it on a holiday, it's a nice thing to have. It's a nice piece. I have lots of compliments for this watch, and I think it's mainly because of the sunburst blue dial, which attracts a lot of eyes. Usually the Perigraph retails, or the asking price, the standard retail price, I think it's about 1700 euro for this watch, which might be a little bit expensive, but you can have them a little bit cheaper if you look a little bit. But yeah, it's a nice watch. I really like it, I enjoy it, and something special with the one hand dial, which is really nice. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you thought about it, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, bye.